Morning, everyone. It's Friday. Good to have the week almost over. This is your pre-opening comment. It's video number 357. And again, I implore you, if you like the work, subscribe. Okay, so if you live under a rock and you didn't see yesterday afternoon's earnings reports, we had major beats by all four of the big names. And this morning it certainly shows in the pre-market. Apple is up $28. Amazon is up $188. Facebook is up $17. The only one that is down is Google, and it's down about $6. We also had earnings yesterday from a couple of other big names in the Dow, that being CVX, Chevron, which yesterday closed 86.27, down 380, and this morning is 83.40, down an additional almost $3. And we had Exxon at 41.87, which was down 216 yesterday and is trading around 41 today. So there's something tempering the pre-opening futures. As far as those futures go, the Dow looks to be opening up about 65, with the NASDAQ due to open up 220. That's pretty substantial. And the S&P looks like about a $20 opening. And as usual, the chart on the screen is the US dollar, which I think personally governs all of this. And as you can see, we are now solidly below 93. Last is 92.85, and that actually is a little bit of a rally. I'll show you on the daily nearby. It looks like it's trying, like it tried here, and like it tried here, and like it tried here, all of these times to have some sort of stabilization. And by judging by the way that this looks today, which is currently trading towards the high of the range, even though it's down 16 cents, we may be able to close. This would be a typical Friday close where we made a new low and then closed at or near the high. If we get back to up on the day, which is anything over 93.01, we might see a bit of a rally up to this area. I've been discussing 95 to 96, where the falling averages would come in and probably put a stop to it. The oil, which was down strong yesterday, is actually up about 42 cents on the day. The gold is trading, and most of you probably don't recall the late 70s, early 80s, the last time that we had a serious bull market in commodities. Excuse me. This is pretty typical. As I've mentioned before, we've consolidated, broken out, consolidated, broken out, consolidated, and now we've been on this run. But interestingly enough, we had this intraday pullback. The high here was 1998. The low the following day was 1952. And this morning, we've gapped back up. We've made a new high in the gold at 20.0540. So we have been above 2,000. And of course, right now, we're 1995 and a half, 96. And, that would be a new closing high. The silver is even more extreme, because after it broke out and rallied higher, it actually pulled back 50% of its move from the breakout. I'm not talking about breaking out from $12 and going to 26. But what I am talking about is right here where we had the last consolidation and we broke out around $20. We got all the way up here to 26 and a quarter, and then the same day came all the way back down here to 24.30. Well, that was right into support. We came down about the following day, tested both ends of the range, was an inside day. Yesterday, we came down again into that same area of support at $23, and this morning we're $24.43, and that is substantial. You can see how this is a bit of a consolidation as opposed to the parabolic run that we had to the upside. The other thing I want to mention is the bonds, and the bonds are up yet again. They're not up dramatically, but I want to show you what the 10-year looks like, because that's the one that you see most often on the little bug in the corner of CNBC. We actually are, this is new closing high area, which is to say that we have, unless we have a pretty major rally in the 10-year or in rate, a pretty major decline in the actual price, we're going to have a new all-time closing low. Right now we're trading at 0.53, and as I said, that would be a new closing low. Also, I just want to remind everyone that a couple of weeks ago I put out in the market letter, put out some information on coffee, that I thought that coffee, because it's an international crop priced in dollars, would be higher. And we looked at the ETF for coffee, which the symbol was JO. And since that break to the upside and pullback, we have now gone from basically 97 cents a pound to $1.16 and change a pound, and the ETF has gone from in the neighborhood of 30 all the way up. 1 second. JO. We've gone from that same area that we were talking about in the $30 area, and yesterday we closed 35 and a half. So my focus on a lot of these commodities and the ETFs that track them should be obvious now. The fact of the matter is, as long as the dollar stays weak, these things are really going to perform. I know the government keeps telling you that we don't have inflation, but anybody who goes to a grocery store knows we've had inflation in food for a year and a half. All right, everyone, just going to remind you again to like us and to subscribe. Have a good day, and if I don't come back tonight, a great weekend.